What's going on, you guys? The Keith Carnes here, and welcome back to Is It Real? Oh yeah, remember that this series is officially going into retirement, effective as soon as episode 50 comes out. So remember that episode 50 will be the final one, so hopefully not too many people ask me where it is once 50 is out. So episode 41, here we go with Skunk Ape. Now, if you're not familiar with what the skunk ape is, I'm going to read you guys a brief description here, show you a picture, the most infamous picture, if you will, talk about the information about the photograph. There's actually two, supposedly, but I'm just going to show you the most popular one, and I'm going to give you my thoughts, as always. So, without further ado, let's get on with the episode. So, the skunk ape, also known as the swamp ape, stink ape, Florida Bigfoot, Mayaka ape, swamp squatch, and Mayaka skunk ape, is a hominid cryptid said to inhabit the United States, such as areas such as Florida, North Carolina, and Arkansas. Although reports from Florida are more common. It is named for its appearance and for the unpleasant odor that is said to accompany it. It's very common with Bigfoot as well. According to the United States National Park Service, the skunk ape does not exist. Reports of the skunk ape were particularly common in the 60s and 1970s. In 1974, sightings of a large, foul-smelling, hairy ape-like creature which ran upright on two legs were reported in suburban neighborhoods of Dade County, Florida. Skeptical investigator Joe Nickel has written that some of the reports may represent sightings of the black bear, and it is likely the other sightings are hoaxes or misidentifications of wildlife. So, of course, a skeptic's not going to believe it. That's why they're a skeptic. So there you kind of have an idea. This is basically like another version of Bigfoot, except it's called the skunk ape. I'm going to show you the famous photo right now, and we're gonna go ahead and give you I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the information on these photos, and then I'm gonna give you my opinion on what I think, if it's real, bullshit, whatever. Let's get into it. This is weird. This is a really weird episode. Okay, here we go. Here's the picture. Yeah, that thing looks like it fucking stinks, right? So anyway, in 2002, photographs said to be the skunk ape were taken by an anonymous woman and mailed to the Sheriff's Department of Sarasota County, Florida. The photographs were accompanied by a letter from the woman in which she claims to have photographed the ape in her backyard. The woman wrote that on 3 different nights, an ape had entered her backyard to take apples left on her back porch. She was convinced the ape was an escaped orangutan. The pictures have become known to Bigfoot enthusiasts as the, quote, skunk ape photos, end quote. Lauren Coleman is the primary researcher on the photographs, having helped track down the 2 photographs to an Eckerd Photo Lab at the intersection of Fruitville and Tuttle Roads in Sarasota, Florida. According to Chester Moore Jr., the photographs were taken in Sarasota County near the Mayaka River. So, these are the, that photo I just showed you was one of only 2 photos to supposedly exist of this thing, and the photo I just showed you, and the photo of, and the other photo that is not present, are the only 2 known at all. And like I said, well, like the story said, rather, these are the only 2 photos known. And this thing has been supposedly sighted since the 60s and 70s. So, first of all, I have a problem is, why are these the only 2 photos that exist and are out there? Okay, I mean, Bigfoot, there are tons, I mean, literally thousands of pictures of this thing, supposedly. You search Bigfoot in Google Images, you'll be there a long time with plenty of very convincing photos. Okay, my camera's shaking, sorry about that. There we go. But you Google skunk ape and you'll pretty much only get the photo that I showed you earlier in the video. So I find that very, very odd. The skunk ape as well, the only 2 photos we have are 15 years old this year. So for the past 15 years since these photos came out, there has still not been any more sightings. So if this thing was legitimate, why has there not been any more photos, especially with today's technology? Now, the same could be said for Bigfoot, but there are new photos that come out of Bigfoot, like, all the time. But for Skunk Ape, no, there's not, and that's what really troubles me with this case. I just decided to cover this because it was interesting. I've never done it yet. I did Bigfoot, so I figured I would do this one. But personally, I think this one is honestly bullshit. I think it's a cool hoax, I guess you could say. I think it's an okay hoax, but I think the part where they fucked up with is that there's just not enough photos. I mean, if there was like at least a few hundred photos of this thing since the 60s all the way to today, 2015, I think it would hold a lot more possibility and plausibility. But unfortunately, it's just... I'm filming, dude. Fucking cat. But anyway, I think that there would be a lot more out there pictures if this thing was real. Like I said, the Bigfoot is a lot more plausible, but if I remember correctly in that, I don't really believe in the Bigfoot anymore either. I did when I was a kid, but I mean, as years go on and the more technology we have, the better cameras we have, the better sound equipment we have, you think that something, at least bones, would be found by now. And we don't even have any legitimate bones. So... it is what it is. I digress. So honestly, I think this one's bullshit. But hey, I would love to be wrong. I'd love for them to find this thing and it be real. But honestly, I just don't see it being real because there's just way too much evidence that's just not there. It lacks way too much. Anyway, guys, this is the Keith Carnes. I hope you enjoyed episode number 41. Holy shit! I can't believe we've actually made it this far. I mean, 41 episodes of this show. I mean, like I said before, when I started the show, I never expected it to even come close to 20 episodes. I thought it was just going to be a handful and then I'd be done with it. But it's been a hell of a ride. I'm sad to see it go. But like I said, the content's just not there. I've ran out of content. I have up to 50 planned and then I'm done. So anyway, guys, this is the Keith Carnes. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, thank you for staying for the full video. I appreciate it very much. And yeah, you guys take it easy. If there are any ones you want to see, if there's any ones you want to see, I will get to it. Brandon Hall, I believe, you're the one that's been asking for Robert the Doll. It's coming in a future episode. I'm not sure which one I'm going to make it so far. It might be episode 50. We might go out with a big bang, and Robert the Doll I think is fair. I think is a very fair one to end it with. But I'm not 100% sure yet. But Brandon Hall, I can't reply to you for some reason on YouTube. So I'm just letting you know that. That's why I haven't replied to you directly. So I'm kind of rambling. I apologize. So yeah, this is Keith Carnes. You guys let me know what you want to see in a future episode. And that's about it. So thanks for watching. You guys take it easy. And I will see you guys in the next episode of Is It Real? Episode 42 coming soon.